Hey everyone, Andy Staples, standing on the site of the 9th green. Our updates right now, we are trucking through the last couple of holes, 10 and 11. Sod is starting to go down on 13, 14, creeping towards 12. Still a lot of work to do on the 10 and 11, but we are actually at an exciting time here on the 9th green. What you're seeing in the background is us preparing for sprigging the greens. So you'll notice that we've been sodding the entire fairway, but we've been holding off on the greens. That's because we wanted the optimal growing weather. So we're doing our final finish. You're seeing the sand going down around the outside, the LeBar crew, Joe on the left, and my guy Jimmy up there in the red shirt. For anybody that was wondering, pretty much anything that you see on the final slick and the shaping of the greens is going to be running through Jimmy and then myself as well. So we're excited. This is a good moment because we're preparing for the final few stages. So from 9 we're going to go to 8 and basically go backwards. So our first sprigging is going to go for about 11 greens, and then we're going to finish off the remaining 7 greens, and then hopefully the putting greens soon after. Yeah, so anybody's interested on the sprigging process, it's essentially small plants. It comes from essentially a piece of sod. It gets ripped up, all the soil gets washed out, so it's essentially a Bermuda grass plant, the tip eagle plant. Will get come in bushels, as they call them. You'll take them out and actually manually shake them down on the ground. They'll lay out nice and even. You track how many bushels per green you put down. You then either tack them into the ground or put a layer over the top, say sand or hydromulch. So the sprigging is a small plant that actually ultimately will grow together, much like you would see a sodded plant, but it actually is much more healthy for putting greens. It's preferred to sprig, so that's the reason why we've been waiting for the optimal time. Another aspect to the finishing the golf course I want to draw attention to is you see on the outside around the green here on number 9, you see the soil. That's the limit from the Bermuda, the tip-tough sod, up to what will ultimately be coastal Bermuda grass and then some Fort Worth planting. So I think that is likely to be completed in the next couple of weeks as well on a hole-by-hole basis. One thing I would just, with a word of caution to the membership, the sod of the tip-tough obviously grows in very quickly, but because the sprigs come in on coastal, it's going to take a little bit extra time, probably the rest of the summer. We hope to have a really good catch through the end of this year, but it's not uncommon for those to be a little bit more time consuming, and a little bit more patience needs to be exerted by all parties. Really, we hope that it all can be grown in within a 2-year period. You're also going to see throughout the golf course what we've been calling Fort Worth planting, and we're starting to plant our own yuccas, some oak trees, and that's where all the rocky areas. You'll see some on the first tee, you'll see some around 9 tees, 8 as well. And so that was my way of trying to bring in some of the old historic, maybe native landscape that you've seen around the kind of the North Texas area. So those areas will be probably a lot more dirt than what we like for this summer, but I know Joe's got a great plan, and we all have a little bit of patience to get us there. So just wanted to draw attention to that.
All right, we're here on 18, where we're standing on the Kafka cart path. We're extremely happy with its durability. Obviously, with all the rains we've gotten, it's proven to stand up to pretty much anything that we can get from a gusher standpoint with rain. So with this installed, this next week, we'll start to kind of outline this creek and the cart path with the buffalo grass. With some dry weather ahead, we're gonna keep pushing forward to finish sodding 14 and 13, and hopefully we get some good stretches of weather where we can really pump some of that grass on the ground, finish some drainage, get the irrigation installed on 10 and 11, and kind of finish some of those infrastructure things out. We got the big putting green that we've added to our list of renovation items. So this past week we sprayed that out, and they should be headed up there kind of mid-month, late month to start the demo around the big putting green. We're hoping that we can sprig the small putting green and the big putting green with kind of this last round of sprigs. We're gonna do the greens in 2 separate kind of sections. So we'll do 17, 18, 1 through 9. There's been a lot of questions about the coastal, when that's going to go down, obviously with the rain, so just be patient with us. We can't put that stuff up on these hillsides until it's warm enough that it's going to grow, or else it'll just wash down with those rains as well. So we're hoping to do that kind of in the middle of the sprigging of the greens. So think about mid-May, late May, that we'll start to sprig the coastal areas, and then we'll hydro mulch over the top of it to lock that stuff in. So a lot to accomplish here as we come down to the end of the construction stretch, and obviously a lot going on agronomically, just growing everything in. So thank you for your patience. Feel free to email me with any questions, and thank you for the support.